Hi, welcome to Macalester College.
You'll find our campus in St. Paul, the capital of Minnesota. We're in a residential neighborhood surrounded by local shops, Victorian homes, and lots of walking and bike paths, some leading to the Mississippi River, only a mile away.
Just 4 miles east, you'll find downtown St. Paul, where students can access internships at places like the Science Museum and government offices.
And head the other way just 6 miles and you'll find downtown Minneapolis, with the world-renowned Guthrie Theater, one of our Fortune 500 companies like Target, or 3 professional sports stadiums.
Macalester is one of just a few top liberal arts colleges located in the metro area. Students can take advantage of the culture, job opportunities, research, nightlife, and city living while still being a part of a close community found at a small college.
And we'd love to show you around.
Right now, I'm standing in front of our social sciences building, Carnegie Hall. Here you'll find the economics, sociology, anthropology, geography, and political science departments. We also have 3 discipline-specific computer labs for econometrics, anthropology, and geographic information systems, or GIS. On the other side of the building, we fly a rotation of flags representing our current students' countries of origin. In the middle of the Great Lawn, generally called the Old Main Lawn, we have flown the UN flag since 1950. Speaking of the UN, Kofi Annan, the former Secretary General of the UN, studied economics in this very building.
Built in 1885, Old Main is the oldest building on campus and has a beautiful stone exterior. It is the home for departments such as history, classical Mediterranean and Middle East, English, women's gender and sexuality studies, religious studies, and philosophy. Old Main has a frequently used study space on the top floor which gives a bird's eye view of campus. A notable Macalester graduate, author Tim O'Brien, who wrote The Things They Carried, studied English in Old Main in the 1960s.
I'm standing outside of the Janet Wallace Fine Arts Center, also known as JWAL, which houses art and art history, theater and dance, and music. Built in 2019, the Theater and Dance Building is the newest space on campus and houses state-of-the-art facilities including a black box theater, costume workshop space, box dance studio, and multiple study spaces, including a student favorite, the booths on the 2nd floor. There are also studio art spaces and the Law Warshaw Gallery in the Fine Arts Center, which typically showcases an exhibit displaying the art of graduating art and art history students in the spring. Many music ensembles use the practice rooms, studio spaces, and Mars Concert Hall to rehearse and perform. Anyone who is interested is able to take music lessons here at Mac, and bagpiping lessons are free for all students.
I'm here on the south side of campus by the outdoor athletic fields. These fields include the soccer, football, softball, and baseball fields, and the tennis courts. The Veggie Co-op, a sustainable living option, is conveniently located under the stadium stands. They practice vegetarian eating and communal cooking. Other campus sustainability initiatives include the Free Swap, where you can go to find fun free items and donate those you no longer want. Sustainability goals for the campus include reaching zero waste and being carbon neutral, with a specific focus on environmental justice.
Welcome to All Rye. Short for Olden Rice, All Rye is Macalester's science building. It houses departments such as biology, psychology, chemistry, neuroscience, mathematics, statistics, computer science, geology, environmental studies, and physics. All Rye is also the home for the All Rice Hub. The hub connects students interested in health, mathematics, and the sciences with learning opportunities and resources that enable career exploration, research experiences, and networking during their time at Macalester. Many of our STEM students are able to do faculty-led research in one of the many research labs here in All Rye. Dinosaur replicas, Smale Gallery, the Observatory, and Macalester's greenhouse are some of the aspects that make All Rye unique.
Shaw Field is one of the biggest outdoor green spaces besides the athletic fields here at Mac. And right behind me, sandwiched in between All Rye and JWAL, is the Humanities Building. Not only is it between these buildings, but it's also connected to All Rye and JWAL by skyways, which makes it super convenient to get from class to class during the winter time. The Humanities building houses American Studies, Spanish, Portuguese, Russian, German, Asian languages and cultures, media and cultural studies, French and Francophone studies, educational studies, linguistics, and Latin American studies. On the 4th floor, there are multiple filming rooms and a dark room, while on the 1st floor, there are new study spaces that students can relax and work in.
I'm here at the Leonard Center, affectionately known as the LC. Here we have our indoor athletic facilities. For personal and team athletic use, there's the fitness center with weights, workout equipment, and post-workout snacks. At the front desk, you can check out basketballs and volleyballs. There's a gymnasium, pool, indoor track, and studio spaces, as well as locker rooms and saunas. Our D3 varsity, club athletic, and intramural teams all use these facilities. The Lori Hamry Health and Wellness Center helps students achieve physical, mental, and social well-being. Here, students can meet with medical professionals and counselors, as well as take part in health and wellness events and initiatives, such as movement classes and an annual 5K.
I'm standing in front of our library, which is connected to Old Main through the Link, a 24-hour open study space. It houses the Digital Resource Center in its lower level, as well as a computer lab with printers and reading spaces on the main floor. At the front desk, you can check out books, bikes, and picnic blankets. You can schedule appointments with research and instruction librarians who specialize in different academic fields. Also on the main floor is the PsyQ Center, which includes professional staff and peer tutors who offer support for students seeking assistance in their STEM classes. The second level contains the Ideal Lab, which is a one-stop shop for creativity where students can use anything from sewing machines to button makers. Also on this floor is the Department of Entrepreneurship and Innovation, the archives, a children's library, and several communal study spaces. As students go to the 3rd and 4th levels, they'll find rows of bookshelves, affectionately called the stacks, as well as lots of quiet areas and study rooms to work. The 3rd floor also hosts the Writing Center at MAC, providing support for students for all their writing projects.
Welcome to our campus center, most commonly referred to as the CC. The main floor of the CC hosts Cafe Mag, the grill, and the info desk. Cafe Mag is the main dining option. It has a variety of food choices, including a salad bar, a burger bar, a pizza and pasta station, as well as a plant-based area. The grill is another place where students can get food and beverages. Popular opinion, the quesadillas from the grill are to die for. For those who want to eat out, the info desk is the place to go to get subsidized bus passes and free guidebooks to explore restaurants and cafes around the Twin Cities.
Behind me is Kagan Commons, home of several student support offices conveniently located next to our residence halls. The team in the Lealtad Suzuki Center for Social Justice is here to lead and guide programs that bring equity and social justice to all. From critical community conversations to identity collectives to cooking and celebratory events, they help build our community of respect, diversity, and inclusion. The Office of International Student Programs serves the educational and personal development needs of Macalester's international students, as well as assisting them with government and travel documents such as visas. The Center for Disability Resources is here to ensure that students have equal access to academic and co-curricular activities by supporting inclusive programming. The counselors in our Career Exploration Center are available to provide tailored career exploration and preparation advice. Career Exploration also coordinates trips and hands-on career experiences for current students, such as Mac Explore and Mac Launch. The Gender and Sexuality Commons, or GSC, is also located in Kagan.
Right next door, Markham Hall has 3 additional student resource offices. The Civic Engagement Center connects students to service opportunities both on and off campus. Over 90% of Macalester students pursue civic engagement opportunities. The Center for Study Away provides students with advice and resources for study away trips. Around 60% of our students study away during their time at Macalester. The Kofi Annan Institute for Global Citizenship works with students, staff, faculty, and members of communities beyond the campus to create a collaborative space focused on global equity and justice.
Beside me stands the Center for Religious and Spiritual Life, which, if you adhere to the Macalester jargon, you would call CRSL. The CRSL actively promotes interfaith dialogue and is open to all the members of the Macalester community, regardless of their faith. On the main floor of the CRSL, you will find the chapel where students can go for meditation purposes or to study with friends in silence. The chapel is also a gathering place for the Macalester community, providing space for reflection, rest, connection, and spiritual practice. The lower level of the CRSL hosts a prayer room, a kitchen, more study spaces, and the chaplain's offices. There are 5 college chaplains available to help students build a community around their religious and spiritual life. Fun fact, the CRSL is one of Macalester's spaces to go for free coffee and tea.
Hello, good morning, welcome to campus.
Residential life is a core aspect of life here at Macalester. Mac has a long-standing history of a 2-year residency requirement, and first-year students will typically find themselves in Dupre, Doty, or Turk. Each floor and its residential assistant create a unique community, and for a more traditional dorm life during the rest of your stay at Mac, Wallace, Bigelow, George Draper Dayton, Kirk, 30 Mac, Cottages, and Grand Cambridge Apartments are all potential options. Other specialty houses include the Language Houses, Cultural House, Interfaith House, All Gender Community, and the Summit House. All residential buildings also have free laundry on site.
We'd love to show you around. Okay, serious.
This is the time we should show it.